Uh-oh. Wait. We got to remove that. There we go. Okay. Say hello. Hi, everybody. That's the gutter. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. Say good evening. Oh, there's your eyes. Say hello. Okay. You want down? Or do you want to keep saying hi? Okay. One more shot. Look at the camera. Over here. Look. Okay. You can go down. Okay, let me know if you guys can hear me. I hope y'all could hear that. Last week we had an issue with sounds. So can y'all hear me? Can you believe she's going to be 11? And wait, somebody confirm. Can you guys hear me? She is a whopping, wait, can you hear me? Okay, the sound is good. Awesome. Okay, she is 22 pounds. So yeah, she's a big dog. In fact, when I ordered her, I actually ordered her online, but y'all know I'm an online demonstrator, so it made sense for me to get a dog online. She was supposed to be a miniature Cavachon, but she's not mini. In fact, Brooke and I bought this cute little sweater, and we were so excited to have a dog that would fit in a little purse. But yeah, 22 pounds does not fit in a little purse, and that little sweater never fit her. But we love her just the same, regardless of her size. Okay, so good evening, everyone. I have some super cute projects for you tonight. Here is the box. And I forgot to grab something that will fit in it, but we'll dig through the drawer in just a minute and pull out some stuff. And then this is the fun fold card that we're making, which is also really cute. We're using the Host Designer Series paper again. And I have a couple housekeeping notes, but let's start with a joke. And I will say, I am so thankful that I'm going live tonight because in light of the news, if I didn't have y'all tonight, I would be glued to the TV. My daughter is a teacher, an elementary school teacher. So the news today is awful. So let's have some fun together tonight. And I appreciate you guys being here. I have, how many jokes? I have 6 jokes for you tonight. So do I have 6 or do I have 7? I have 7. I can't count. Okay, so the first one is, why should you never rob a bank with a pig? Because they always squeal. And that is true. We actually used to have a pig. Okay, so I have a couple housekeeping notes for you. This one's a really important one. I'm going to put it on the screen here so that you can see it. Starting on June 1st through the 30th, our kits are going to be buy one, get one, 50% off. And what I'm about to share with you is really important. You can actually get the most expensive one for your 50% off. Usually it's the lesser of the price, but in June, you're actually going to be able to get the highest price one for half price, but you have to list it second on your order form. So when you're going to order the kits, put in the item number for the lowest price one first, and then when you put in the second one, which is the highest price kit, that comes up as 50% off. And if you order multiple, let's say you want to order 3 or 4, just enter them in single at a time. And that's how you'll get the highest price one for 50% off. Oh, okay. I'm going to stop for housekeeping notes for just a second to answer the question. So Christy asked, Am I using my new internet? No, sadly. They came out on Sunday to install Google Fiber, and the people that put in the UID box, whatever box it's called, they put it on the other side of our house, which is the opposite side of our storage utility room, which is where everything connects to our house. So they put it on the side with the air conditioner, but our whole basement's finished, and there's no way that they can run a line. Anywho, I'm back on the waiting list. I called yesterday, I called today. Who knows when they're coming? They've apologized, but they've got to come and move the box from the right side of our house to the left side of our house. I swear, when it rains, it pours. There's always something happening, but they're coming. It's just going to take more time. Okay, so back to my housekeeping notes. I can take off the June special. Don't forget, there's a free printable on my website after the video ends. Give me about an hour. Take that off. That's for the end. Oh, Chick Candy 141 is this drawstring bag and the Flowering Rain Boots stamp set and Rain Boots dies. Yeah, and I said these things were retired already, but they're actually not. The mini catalog has not retired yet. So yeah, tonight's the last night to enter to win. You have two ways. You can leave a comment over on my website, or you can place an order and get two entries for every $50. And last housekeeping note is that's my current host code. Okay, I'm going to flip the camera around. Aren't y'all tired of seeing me? Okay, there's our projects. And I need to switch on some lights really quickly. Oh, wait, that really didn't help it, did it? Oh, goodness gracious. Maybe I won't turn on any lights. Huh. Go figure. How is the lighting, guys? Because I'm not watching the video over on... Thanks, Jill. So Jill said that... Did you just say you love my hair? That's so funny. Okay, so y'all know my hair is super long, but this is actually how I wear my hair 95% of the time. I wash my hair once a week, and I wear it down for 2 or 3 days, using dry shampoo. And then the rest of the days, I pull it up in a bun on top of my head. It works. Yeah, so can y'all tell me, does the video look okay? Does the lighting look okay? It looks a little, I don't know. It looks a little, I don't need any more lights. Wow, that is amazing. Okay, well, let's get started. We are making 2 projects, Box Template 79 and this Fun Fold card. And I have all the supplies ready. I'm going to start with the box, because y'all know I love boxes. I'm just surprised by this lighting. I don't know what is going on. It's amazing that I don't have to turn my 5,000 lights on. Oh, it looks like I have a tan. Hopefully y'all are not in a hurry tonight. I am, what is the word? I'm not sure what the word is. I could kind of say just a little scatterbrained a little bit. Okay, so measurements. They're all going to be on this PDF. It will be ready as soon as I'm done with the video and I get my blog post up. This does also have its template already ready too, which is, like I said, Box Template 79. I have raised my camera, my iPhone, as high up as I can get it. So I know I've got to reconfigure this room to bring the camera higher so y'all can see more of my desk. But it ain't happening this week. Okay, so we're going to start with the box itself. And I'm placing it on the 7.5 inch side. And I'm going to score it at 1 inch, 3.5, 4.5, and 7. I'm going to turn it on the portrait side, which is the 5.5 inch side, and I'm going to score it at 1 inch. Then I'm going to take the lid to the box. I'm going to place it on the 7 3/4 inch side. So this is 7 3/4 by 2. And I'm going to score it at 1 inch, 3 5/8, 4 5/8, and 7 1/4. Then I'm going to turn it on the portrait side. I know y'all can't see the measurements, can you? Sorry. I've got to raise that iPhone like another foot up. And I'm going to score this at 1 inch. I'm using an Archon mount to hold my iPhone, but it's not, it's as high as it will go. Like I can't get it to go any higher, so I'm going to have to do some, I've got to put my thinking brain on. I got to figure out how I'm going to make it go higher. And I'm not sure I want to put holes in the ceiling, so we'll see. Okay, so there's that. Let's go ahead and fold and burnish on this one. Yeah, is my table too light? Oh, my hands have a shadow. Let's see. Let me try this light real quick. Oh, that just makes it worse. I don't know what in the world is going on with the lighting. Yeah. Okay. So Pam says pool party is a favorite. And pumpkin pie. Pool party's always going to be my favorite too. I love it. Okay, so here's both pieces. Now I'm going to grab the template and we're going to follow the instructions. So we'll start with the box. The first thing we're going to do is remove this bottom corner. So you'll notice this is the thinner side. This is wider. I'm trying to make sure I stay in the camera. I don't know why the lighting is so wonky wonk. Okay, so I remove that and then trim that. And then the rest of these I'm going to cut up to the score line. And then I'm going to trim those 2 tabs. Yeah, I can't zoom out on my phone because it is on, yeah, my mount. Let's see. So, my mount is 2 foot. That's 24 inches away from me, but it's still, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so this is the box. We're done cutting that one. Now let's do the lid. So we're going to remove this bottom piece here, just like we did on the box, and then angle cut. And then we're going to cut up to the score line. And then we're going to trim those 2 tabs. Okay, I'm going to try one thing real quick. I'm going to go turn on my overhead light and see if that will help. Does that help? Oh, goodness gracious, that makes things even worse. Oh, never mind. I don't know. I will continue to play with the lighting in here. Sorry about that. Do I have a new Stampin' Blends chart? I do not have a new one, and I will tell you why. Because I cannot figure out how to make them all fit on one sheet now. So that means that whole chart has got to be reconfigured, and that is not an easy task, I will admit. So I'm not going to say I'm not going to do it, but it's something that's going to take, like doing the blend marker labels, that took a long time. And doing that chart, because I'm going to have to reconfigure it, is going to take me a long time also. But I will definitely add it to my list. Oh, the lighting is better now? Yay. Okay. I don't know what I did. All I did was turn the light down, I think. Okay, so I am stamping this image with Memento ink, and then we're going to color her with all sorts of markers. These are all of our Stampin' Blends. Okay. Actually, I like inking these bigger images up upside down. Let's see. I'm going to turn this way. There's that. And then we're going to stamp the birthday greeting over here on the side because we're going to be cutting these out, or die cutting these out, I should say. I kind of put too much ink on that. Oh well. Okay, so I'm using Petal Pink for the pig. It's so dark on my desk that it's even hard for me to see. So I don't know what kind of settings is going on with my iPhone up there. It has been raining here ever since I woke up this morning, and I really don't think it's even stopped, not even once. Isn't that crazy? Okay, oh wait, I gotta do his little tail. Okay, now we're gonna use a crumb cake for the dirt. I've told y'all before that we used to have a pig on our farm. We actually used to get in the pen with him. My parents were mortified. It wasn't a him, it was a her, Susie. Okay, now the cake down here. Are y'all ready for another joke? I think it's time, right? Where are they? I already told that one. Why did the piglet yell at his sibling at the dinner table? Because she was hogging the food. So here's the two we've told so far. Okay, now I'm going to use Flirty Flamingo. And then Daffodil Delight. Oh, I forgot. There's one other spot that I want to use the and then we can cut this out. So we're using one set of dies tonight. We're using the Stylish Shapes, and we're using this for the greeting and then this for our main image, because this set does not have dies, sadly. So I've got to get the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine real quick. Oh, I have to tell y'all, last night, in the middle of the night, at 1:14, I get a notification. By the way, if you haven't ordered the magnetic cutting pad, whoo, I love it. But it is heavy. Last night at 1:14 in the morning, I get a notification on my phone that there is a person on my back patio. Oh, goodness gracious. And don't you know, you can't go back to sleep after that. There was not a person. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was a bat flying. I don't know. The camera normally shows you a pretty good image of what's back there. Like 2 days ago, somebody's balloon blew over into my patio, and it was it got stuck in between our smoker and our chair, and it kept shaking. And so it said that it was an animal, but it was a balloon. So I don't know what was on my patio in the middle of the night, but my alarm said that it was a person. So then I couldn't go back to sleep. Dave and I are going to install another camera on the other side because I want a clearer picture when that alarm goes off. Okay, so here's both of our images. So now we can put this away until we start making our card, and then we'll use it again. Okay, here we go. Oh, it could be a bee. You know, you're right. It could be. I don't know. Yeah, we actually do have a wasp nest on the side of our house, and I'm gonna have to climb up on a ladder and get it. David's allergic, so he can't get anywhere near them. But I'm not allergic. I'm allergic to pain. No. Yeah, I have to be the bee killer and the wasp nest destroyer. Okay, so I'm using my tear and tape. And fold this over. And then we're going to put tear and tape on this part. So today was Brooke's last day in Topeka, and she actually called me. She was crying because they were so nice to her. They actually stood up, and I'm going to trim this part just a little bit just to make this assemble a little bit better. They said some really nice words, and she's not the crier in the family. I am, but she was really touched by how nice they were, and she's going to miss them. That was so nice. And she feels guilty leaving, you know, because this was her first year of teaching, but we're so happy to have her getting closer to home. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Okay, so I'm going to use liquid glue to attach the designer series paper. These measurements will be on that free PDF. And when we're done making the projects, somebody remind me. We'll see what will fit in this rut row. I think I forgot to cut some parts of the box. I did, because this fits the lid, but I didn't do the sides. Oh, goodness gracious. Hold on. Let me get those measurements real quick and I can cut them. Right in the middle of cutting is when I discovered the what had happened in the news today. So it kind of threw a little lane swerve in there for me. I was working really hard and then I stopped. Okay, so this part measures. So this is going to measure. So that's going to be 4 1/4. I better write this down. Hold on. See, it's a good thing I don't post those PDFs before. So 4 1/4 is going to be that part. And then this part is going to be either 7/8 or 3/4. And I have the paper right here behind me. Or do I? You know what? I think I did cut it. I think I just didn't. No, I didn't. I cut one. You know what? We'll call it done. How about that? What did I cut this to measure? 3/4, actually. So 4 1/4 by 3/4. Okay, so we're going to add that one. We'll pretend that we're adding another one on the other side. Okay, pretend. Now let's assemble the lid. Oh, that's a little too big. We'll snip some of that off. Oh, let me close this back so I can see y'all. Okay, there you are. I can see your comments now. Oh, Valerie, goodness gracious. I just can't even hardly stand to think about it. It just, little babies. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm going to stop talking about it because all of us are going to start crying in a couple minutes, right? I'm going to tell y'all another joke. That'll be a good lane swerve, right? What do you call a laundromat for pigs? This is a good one. What do you call a laundromat for pigs? Hogwash. That's funny, isn't it? Oh, gosh. Yeah, I'm trying to distract myself and y'all. Okay, so here's the lid. And then now, these pieces are going to fit on the lid. I'm just making sure that I got it all right. Yep, I did. Okay. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I want to talk about it and I don't want to talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, I want to talk about it. It's so heartbreaking. And then it's like, oh, but I know some people really need to get away from, like a lot of people say they watch videos to to escape from reality, you know, to de-stress. So then I don't want to stress them out even more with all my woes and everything, but I think we all feel the same way tonight about all those kids and adults and parents. And so if you want to decorate the back, you would need to duplicate this piece here. And let me see. That one is 3/4 by 2 3/8. So it's going to fit right on top of your box really nicely like that. Okay. And then we're going to add this here in the middle. So I'm just going to add some liquid glue in the middle. And we're going to pop up the greeting with some mini dimensionals. It's almost time for a new one. I'm going to use 2. My husband's actually in Texas tonight. He's actually in Texas all week. Okay, this is a little cattywampus, but it'll be okay. It's still going to look cute. I should have raised it up just a smidge. So we want to add ribbon now, and we want to add our embellishments. So I am using, let's see, where's the one I made earlier? I like to put the embellishments exactly where I did previously. So we're going to put one over here, and this is the medium size. Whoops, I squashed that. If you're wondering the size, so there's 3 sizes, and I'm using the medium for this project. And then I'm taking 2 pieces, whoops, of the Pool Party sheer ribbon. And that looks like that might be, that should be plenty, right? Hopefully. You could use baker's twine. You could use, what's the other one? The crinkled white seam, crinkled crinkled white seam binding. Not the best bow I've ever made, but I can fix it. Yeah, just need to trim the ends a little bit. And then I'm going to add that with a mini glue dot. So I was thinking that if this was all in pink, I could make it for my granddaughter when she has her first birthday. Okay, so there's our box. What do you think? Now we're still going to be making this card, which will go together pretty quickly, so we won't be here all night. Trying to figure out what will fit in here. This is a pack of Kleenex, but I'm not sure you can buy these anymore. I think I got those at the, what's the name of that store? Not the Dollar Tree. I don't know, one of them dollar stores. You know what I mean? I'm trying to find what would fit in there perfectly. Let's see, rock candy. Oh, that fits in there. But don't ask me where I bought that. Let's see, a caramel apple with peanuts. Ooh, that fits perfectly in there. Not that. Some hand sanitizer from Fat Quarter Shop. Love the Fat Quarter Shop. A pack of Alpha Bitties. Nope, will not fit in there. The lint brush will fit in there. I love this Riley Blake lint brush, but you'd need to put a whole lot more in there. I think the peanut butter crackers is too big, too long. Yeah, so, but that gives you a good idea of the size of the box. Any questions about the box before we move on to the card? Lori said, what do I do with the projects? I keep one, because yes, I like keeping my stuff. And then I give the other one to my friend Sandra, and she does Instagram for, what's that really beautiful ink pen? Pen Gems. So she posts, I can't remember what Sandra's Instagram handle is, but she will post a project of mine along with a pen gem. Yeah, so I give them to Sandra. Okay, so I'm going to move this over, and now we're going to make the card. And I'm looking for my supplies. Isn't it crazy that, like, I could already lose something? So here's that. I did tell y'all we were using this birthday piggy. I keep calling it this little piggy, but it's this birthday piggy. Okay, now this right here, this piece here is our focal point, so we don't want to touch that. And then this piece here is the piece that goes inside of our card. So I'm going to start by stamping this piece here first. And it looks like it don't fit at first, but it does. Okay. I love this stamp set. So last week we did the elephants. The week before, what did we do? I can't remember. Oh, the week before we did the, oh, you know what? Let's do all of our coloring at once. So what I'm going to do is stamp on this one, but we need to score our card first. So let me get my Simply Scored scoring tool. And we are going to score this on the 5 1/4 side. So 5 1/4. We're going to score this at 4 1/4. Fold on that score line. And then this is going to get added right here. So I'm going to use my liquid glue. And then we're going to go ahead and add our Designer Series paper strips in here. And then we're going to stamp our inside image. Oh, that one's a little shy. But here's the inside. So maybe I won't do it. Because no, I'm going to be fine. I've only been stamping for 20 years. I still mess up often though. Okay, there's that one. And then this one. Oh, I hope I'm not sticking my head in the camera. I just realized that for the pig I used, who asked that? Pam asked. The pig I used Petal Pink. Yeah, Petal Pink. You could also use our natural tones if you want. Okay, now for the inside, we're going to use that same image that we used on the box. And then we want to stamp Hope It's the Best. Now we're going to color both of these. Well, let's go ahead and add this piece so that I don't lose it. So next Tuesday, I will not be here, but I will have a pre-recorded video for y'all. So it won't be live. I'll actually be, I'm going to St. George, Utah, with some other Stampin' Up! Demonstrator friends. So I'm so excited. I've not been to it's not really technically a Stampin' Up! Event. But it kind of sort of is because a bunch of us are getting together. So I'm so excited. Same markers, except this time we're also adding in Smoky Slate for his little scooter. Don't you love the scooter? I wish I had a scooter, but my husband, I would be afraid that he or my son would wreck it. We could get a scooter. We have a golf cart, but motorcycles and scooters are dangerous. Okay, I think that's it on that one. We'll hop over here and do this. I probably should just do one at a time. I might mess something up. Okay, Petal Pink for the pig. I'm doing my quick and dirty coloring. The snout. Then I got to do its little tail here. And then I want to bring in a little bit of the dark. I'm going to use Daffodil Delight for, well, I was, for the sign. I'm also going to use Daffodil Delight for the stars in this little confetti. And then also like some of the circles. Hopefully that makes sense. And then we need the Smoky Slate for the lamp here, or light. think I was supposed to add another layer on that wheel tires, but oh well. And then crumb cake for the dirt. And then a little bit of dark Pool Party. I forgot this little thing right there. And then now I'm going to use my Pool Party light for the rest of the confetti. So just two colors in the confetti, Pool Party and Daffodil Delight. There we go. So cute. Now we got to finish this other one, and then we have to emboss this layer. So slide this over for a second. We are almost done though. Before I sign off, I'll be sure to look at the comments because I have not looked up in a while. Oh, I could. That's a great idea. Kathy said I could add a gem on the inside of the wheel on the scooter. Every time I say scooter, I think about some movie that I watched. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? I know that there's a movie. There's some type of movie that talks about scooter something. I don't know. I've watched a lot of crazy movies with my kids. So, okay, I got to open this up and see what I colored. I used Daffodil Delight for this part. So I did color this one a little bit differently. And then Pool Party. One more thing and then we're done with coloring. Whoops, sorry about that. I thought I muted my notifications. Actually, I did not. Okay, we'll move all of these out of the way. But I am going to mute it now. Sorry. Okay. So now this piece here is going to get added right here, and then it's going to fold down like that. So when you're doing this, let me see. Yeah. You're not going to put it all the way to the score line here. Let me make sure I'm in camera view, okay? So you might think you're going to add this like that. But if you do, it's going to be short being at the bottom. So what we're going to do is we're going to place this, we're going to center this here, and then we're going to add our adhesive here and then fold this down. But we're going to emboss this first. But I wanted to make sure that I mentioned how to do this 2 times instead of once, okay? And this embossing folder does not emboss the whole thing. And the part that's not shown, the part that we're going to add the glue, is where it's not embossed. So it's going to work out perfectly. Okay? So that's how it's going to look. So I have a 1. Where's my plates? And a 2. Okay, for the, I think this is the pattern. I think it's a 1, 2, and a 3 for the 3D ones, isn't it? Uh-oh, maybe I got it wrong. Yes, I'm a demonstrator, and I still have to look. That's the thin dies. The thick ones is just a 1 and a, wait, just a 1 and a 4. Whew, just a 1 and a 4, y'all. Okay, there's that. So this is the Stripes and Splatters embossing folder. I love it. So like I said, I'm going to place this where I want it, like that. Okay, I want it to come to the end of the card. And so we're going to fold this down like that. So you can either put your adhesive on this or the other piece. And then just fold it down and then hold it for a second. Oh yeah, I love my magnetic plate. Oh, I just noticed that I can see that I got 49 thumbs up. Thank y'all. I can't normally see that when I'm live, but I can tonight. That's cool. Okay, so that the inside is done. Now, if you wanted to sign this, you could sign it up here, down here, or you could just completely not stamp on this, you know? And so now we're just going to add this with Stampin' Dimensionals. But let's add the embellishments first because it's a little bit easier to add them now than afterwards. And I am using the medium size again on this project. So we use the medium glossy dots on both projects. I just noticed that my bracelet's clanking on the desk. Hopefully that didn't annoy y'all too terribly much. For this one, we're just using one piece of Pool Party sheer ribbon. But you could do two if you wanted. Sometimes this sheer ribbon kind of has a mind of its own. You know what I mean? Although I'm thankful to have the color. Okay. Mini glue dots. Where'd you go? Wait, do we like this? Is that a good size? Yeah. Right in the middle. Like this is like a present, right? So 1, 2. I'm putting one in each corner. Okay, so open it up, and there you have it. Cute, right? And then here is our box. I have a couple more jokes for y'all. Actually, I have 3 more. I got sidetracked. What do you give a sick pig? Ointment. What do you get when you cross a pig and a cactus? Porcupine. One more, the last one. What do you call a pig thief? A hamburglar. So we had, what did I say, 7 jokes tonight or 6? I don't know. 6. It looks like 6. Then why did I say we had 7? I don't know. I can't count. Oh, y'all can't even see all those. Okay, so what questions do y'all have for me tonight? I guess I could technically remove one of them from the view so that y'all can just see. I pronounce words sometimes differently than other people. Like I always call McDonald's McDonald's and David says it's McDonald's. I'm like, dude, I worked there for 2 years. But in the South. If I was saying it wrong, they would have told me, right? Anyway, I'm putting them there so y'all can see if I didn't say something properly that y'all could still see it, right? Okay, so I'm going to scroll through all the comments and see if there's anything I didn't answer. And if I miss any question, you guys are welcome to send me an email. I'm going to go ahead and throw up this little throw up. That don't sound right. Post the thanks. Yeah, that way I say it and you can visually see it. I love being able to do that. Okay, so at the very beginning, y'all got to see Miss Bella. She's so funny. And then y'all could hear me, so that was perfect. The sound is good. Oh, so Karen says she remembers when I got Miss Bella. Did I get another dog? Oh, no. Nope. Just Miss Bella. That's it. Just one. And I could technically switch the camera back over, but y'all don't want to see my face. You just want to see my project, right? Let's see. Joanne says her daughter is a teacher too. I answered the question about the internet. So Chris asked, what do I mean about the kits? Chris, in our catalog, we have just a little mention of kits, and hopefully you're still here. In the very beginning of our catalog, it mentions kits, but they're not actually in our catalog. So you have to go to my Stampin' Up! Store, and then up at the top, you would click on, well, let me pull that up, because you know what? It's a little bit easier to just show you on my phone than it is. So when I'm on my blog, sorry, it's kind of, the color is wonky wonk. I'm going to click on the hamburger, and I'm going to click on shop. Yeah, the color's not coming up at all. It's like there's something going on. Up here at the top, so now you're on my Stampin' Up! Store. I'm going to click on the hamburger again, and I'm going to click on shop products. And then right here it says, and I know you can't see it because of the crazy lighting. You know what? Let me go turn this light off real quick. He was making a lot of noise anyway. That didn't fix it, actually. Grr. I don't know. Okay. You still can't see it, can you? Right here, after I clicked on Shop Products, it says Kit Collections. If you click on Kit Collections, then it has card kits and crafting kits. Just click on Shop All. And I know you can't see it. Anyway, Shop All. And that brings up all the kits that we currently have. So starting on June 1st, it's buy one, get one 50% off. And like I said, enter the highest price one second, and that will give you that one 50% off. Okay? I wonder if I have something checked on my video that is improper for the reason of the bad lighting. I don't know. Okay, so I'm just looking for more comments. I still have 170 of y'all here. Thank y'all so much for saying that you love my messy bun. Sometimes I feel crazy, but it makes my life so much easier. And plus, it's really hot in Kansas. Let's see. Deborah says she loves the drawstring bag. Don't forget to leave a comment over on my blog to enter to win. That's where I pulled the winner from. I have to create a spreadsheet. So somebody did ask me this. This is a great question, actually. Although you didn't ask the question, but I'll explain it. The way that I pull the winner for my Chick Candy is everyone that leaves a comment, I take their comments right from my blog, I copy and paste them into a spreadsheet. Then everyone that places an order within that time frame, I download them from my Stampin' Up! Website, and then I sort them by the amount of their order. So because you get 2 entries for every $50 you place, so everyone that places a $50 order, they get 2 chances. Everyone that places a $100 order, they get 4 chances. And some people place $300 orders, so it just goes. So what I do is I have to add a line under each. So I just have to keep adding lines. And then I take the entries from Rafflecopter and add them to the spreadsheet. And then I do a random sort, and then I go to random generator and plug the number in, and then boom, it picks a winner. So like last week, it was like 300 entries. The week before, maybe 200. It's usually anywhere from 200 to 300 entries. But that's how I do it, is I just import everything into one spreadsheet and let the random generator pick it. So it does take a little bit of time. Yes. Okay. So let's see. I'm just looking for more questions before I sign off. About the not the designer series paper charts, but about the Stampin' Blend marker charts, because we have those new colors, the natural tones, the count has exceeded what my spreadsheet will hold. So I need to do some entire reconfiguration. Let me see if I have my old, I think I have my old chart here. Well, do I? Maybe I don't. It's probably upstairs because I've been looking at it trying to, oh, here it is. Yeah. So that's that's the chart that someone was asking me about. And yes, some of these colors have retired, like the in colors, but then we've brought in more in colors. But then we also added all the natural tones, and that makes this whole thing go off the page. Yeah, because that's how many is that? 2, 4, 6, 8. That's 10 additional markers. Yeah, so this has to be reconfigured completely to make them all fit. So I suspect that I'd probably have to make each column a little bit smaller. That'd be something to take with me on the airplane next week because I have a 3-hour flight. Yeah, that's something to think about. So I'm not saying I'm not going to do it, but I got to figure out how to make it all fit. Oh, so Mary Catherine says, what do you call a pig that does karate? A pork chop. Okay, let's see. Maybe it was a bear. So Lori was talking about the random notification that I had someone was on my patio. I don't think we have bears in Kansas. I certainly hope not. Okay, let's see. Oh, so Angela says that every time a car drives by, her camera gives a notification. You've got to somehow figure out how to change your setting. Yeah, there's got to be a way that you can change that. Chris said she got Happy Mail today. You're very welcome. So it looks like Pam did not know about the school shooting yet. Yeah, it's on the news. That's what my notification was I think President Biden's given, I can't remember what the name of it is. Yeah. Okay, I'm almost reached the bottom. Deidre, I did show what fit in the box, a couple things, so hopefully you saw that. Okay, so Vicky says a Little Debbie brownie will also fit in here too. So a Little Debbie brownie. I don't have any of those in my house right now. I don't even have a TV in my craft room because I'm easily distracted. So sometimes when I go over to Facebook to do some work, I see a squirrel and I get lost. And I don't even remember why I went over there. So then I have to log out, go back to work, and then I'm like, oh, now I know why I went to Facebook. So yeah, I don't have a TV in here because I would just get so distracted. I used to in our old house, but I'm no spring chicken anymore. I already get distracted enough as it is. So it is what it is, right? Okay. Dollar General. I don't think I got them at Dollar General. Oh, a bag of M&Ms, those big, not the big bags, but like the jumbo bag of M&Ms would, I'd love to have a peanut M&M right now. Let's see. Thank you for the well wishes for Utah. I'm going to have a blast. It's going to be so nice to see people. I'm going to see people that I haven't seen in like 4 or 5 years. Um, yes, they do ride scooters in Dumb and Dumber. I'm embarrassed to admit that we've watched that movie way too many times. Yeah. Okay, I thought I was at the end of the thing. So what was the name of the embossing folder? Stripes and Splatters. So it's 2 different ones, and this is the Splatters one. I really like it a lot. Yeah, the other one has stripes. Christy says I could do another white panel to the back for signature. Absolutely. So back here you could add your signature if you wanted to. That's a good idea. Thanks, Deborah. Deborah said, give Angie a thumbs up. That was nice of you. You know, I used to not ever say that. In fact, I bet if you go through, so I've been on YouTube since 2008. I bet I can count on both hands how many times I've said, give me a thumbs up. Honest to goodness, I've been on here since 2008. And I never said it because I just assumed that everybody knew that I want a thumbs up. I want you to subscribe. I want you to share. I never did any of that because I just assumed. And then I took some training a few months ago and they're like, okay, every time you do a video, you have to ask them, tell them, click on the like, subscribe. So I'm trying to retrain my brain, but yeah, I don't know why I never said it. Sometimes I don't know. Karen says, can you share the measurements of the pieces, the card pieces? Karen, are you still here? Because the PDF will have all the measurements. I've got to tweak. I've got to change that box because I left one off. But all the measurements will be on this free PDF on my website. I need about an hour after I sign off. I got to eat dinner first because I might pass out. So in about an hour, it's 8 o'clock here in Kansas. So about 9 o'clock, I'll get the PDF posted for you. Yeah. That was kind of dramatic saying I was going to pass out if I didn't eat dinner. But it is 8 o'clock. Yeah. Is the box big enough for tags? I will tell you, I have my tags dies here. So here's the tailor-made tags. So this will give you an idea of the size of it. It's 4.5 inches tall. So you actually could put some tags in there. Yeah, I think the only one that won't fit in there, nope, every one of them will actually fit in this box. Yeah, so all of these dies, you can make a bunch of tags and fit them right in there. That was a great idea. So thank you, Valerie. Yeah. You're very welcome. You missed seeing Belle at the beginning? Well, you won't miss her if you watch the replay. She was front and center. I don't know why she was hanging out in here. She just was. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to pick her up. Let y'all see her. It's been a long time since I've actually showed her. Susie, if you're still here, I was not jealous of your 5 inches of snow. In fact, when I was talking to one of the Google Fiber ladies, we were talking about the weather, and I said, we've had so much rain. And then I'm like, but wait a second, I'm not complaining. Colorado got snow. I want to complain about the rain, but I'm not going to complain because I'd rather have rain than snow. Oh gosh. Yes, I hate snow. Sorry. I know some people love it, but I don't. So Pat says that we could do 2 pages for the blends markers. That's probably what I should do. I probably should do two pages. Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. One retired with skin tones and the other one regular. That's a good idea too. Yes. Okay, thank y'all. See, it takes a village. That's a great idea. Okay, I'm not alone about not having a TV in my craft room. Yeah, I can't focus either. Yay, I'm not the only one. So my trip to Utah, way back years ago, Stampin' Up! Used to have a trip called Founder Circle. And it was the top 100 demonstrators the top 100 demonstrators would get a trip to St. George, Utah, and it would be, a half a week of networking and brainstorming with the top 100 demonstrators, which was just the most amazing thing ever to be able to network with other demonstrators that are running similar but yet different businesses. It just was just the most amazing opportunity. It was, I would give up like a lot of stuff just to be able to go on that trip every year. They stopped having them, but they rented the entire hotel, so there was nobody else there at the Marriott in St. George. It was just Stampin' Up! Demonstrators and just the top 100, and then with staff members. And Shelly and Sarah were always there. But just the friendships that we made, the conversations, the things we learned. You don't learn things like things that we learn in person with each other. It's just on a whole nother level. So since COVID happened and all of that, and all of our Stampin' Up! Events have been canceled, some demonstrators got together, and we are going to that same hotel. It's not being put on by Stampin' Up!, but a bunch of the top demonstrators are going. Not all of them, but a bunch of them. And so we're just going to stay there at that same place. It's going to be really fabulous. I did go to Utah in March for my 2 million party with Stampin' Up, but that was like a very small group of people. This will be the first time that I'm going to be around, like, I don't know, there's like 80 demonstrators or 90 demonstrators. So going to be a lot of laughing, a lot of fun, maybe some learning, networking. I'm really excited. And yeah, it's going to be fun. But I will miss y'all, but I'm going to have a video that's pre-recorded next week. So you won't miss out. It's going to be a card in a box. So it'll be a different suite of product. I try each week to focus on a different suite of product. Okay, so I think I've answered all the questions. I just want to give everybody one last opportunity to ask me a question before I sign. Oh, goodness gracious. Sorry. Dang. I didn't know my sound was on. That is really crazy. Okay, I'm clicking on top chat to make sure I didn't miss anybody. And I don't think I did. Yeah. Well, am I supposed to click on live chat or top chat? I think top chat, right? Or is it live chat? Now I'm all confused. Okay, I'm starting to rattle. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. If you need anything, just send me an email. And again, thank you guys so much for being here. It is 8:08. So around 9:10, I will make sure I have my blog post up with the PDF and the video and everything. Okay, thank you guys so much. Have a good night.